Welcome to War Bios, the podcast that delves into the intricacies of conflict and the art of warfare. I'm your host, General Biography, and today we're going to explore one of the most pivotal battles of the American Civil War, the Battle of Nashville. This decisive engagement, fought in the winter of 1864, would prove to be a turning point in the war, marking a significant defeat for the Confederacy and paving the way for the ultimate victory of the Union. As we set the stage for our examination of this crucial battle, let's travel back in time to the autumn of 1864. The Confederacy, reeling from a series of defeats, was struggling to maintain its grip on the war-torn South. In Tennessee, the state's capital, Nashville, had become a critical stronghold for the Union Army, serving as a vital supply depot and logistical hub. The city, situated on the Cumberland River, was a key transportation nexus, with rail lines and waterways converging to facilitate the movement of troops and materiel. Nashville's strategic importance cannot be overstated. The city's location allowed it to control access to the Cumberland River, which flowed into the Ohio River, providing a vital link between the eastern and western theaters of the war. Furthermore, Nashville was a crucial industrial center with numerous foundries, armories, and manufacturing facilities that supplied the Union Army with essential war materials. The summer of 1864 had seen a series of brutal and bloody battles in Georgia, as Union forces, under the command of Major General William Tecumseh Sherman, clashed with Confederate armies led by General John Bell Hood. The fall of Atlanta in September 1864 had been a devastating blow to the Confederacy, and Hood's subsequent march into Tennessee was a desperate attempt to regain the initiative. As we examine the origins of the Battle of Nashville, it's essential to understand the complex web of events that led to this pivotal moment in American history. In November 1864, General Hood launched a campaign to retake Tennessee, hoping to defeat the Union Army and drive them out of the state. His Army of Tennessee, comprising approximately 40,000 soldiers, marched north from Florence, Alabama, with the goal of capturing Nashville and then marching on to Kentucky. Meanwhile, the Union Army, under the command of Major General George Thomas, was busy preparing defenses around Nashville. Thomas, a seasoned veteran of the war, had been tasked with defending the city against Hood's advancing army. He spent the autumn of 1864 fortifying the city's defenses, constructing earthworks and trenches to protect against the expected Confederate assault. The stage was set for a clash of titans. On one side, the Union Army, bolstered by its recent victories and determined to crush the Confederate rebellion once and for all. On the other, the Army of Tennessee, battered and bruised but still fiercely determined to defend its homeland. The city of Nashville, with its imposing fortifications and strategic location, would become the focal point of a battle that would decide the fate of the war in the Western theater. As the Confederate Army of Tennessee, led by General John Bell Hood, approached Nashville in December 1864, they faced a formidable defensive network constructed by Union Major General George Thomas. The city's fortifications, which included a series of earthworks, trenches, and redoubts, stretched for over 10 miles, protecting the city from the surrounding hills and valleys. Thomas had also deployed his troops strategically, with infantry divisions manning the defenses, while cavalry units under Major General James Wilson patrolled the outskirts of the city. On December 15, 1864, Hood's army launched a series of assaults against the Union lines, hoping to break through the defenses and capture the city. The Confederates attacked in waves, with their troops advancing across open fields and hills, only to be cut down by withering artillery and rifle fire from the Union positions. Despite being outnumbered, the Union defenders held firm, repelling each assault and inflicting heavy casualties on the Confederate attackers. One of the most critical moments of the battle came when the Union cavalry under Wilson launched a surprise counterattack against the Confederate right flank. The Union horsemen, armed with repeating rifles and sabers, charged into the fray, routing the Confederate cavalry and throwing their infantry into disarray. This bold maneuver not only halted the Confederate advance, but also created an opportunity for the Union infantry to launch a decisive counterattack. As the battle raged on, Thomas's troops began to push back against the Confederate lines, slowly but surely gaining ground. The Union artillery, which had been pounding the Confederate positions all day, began to take its toll, with shells bursting among the enemy ranks and causing widespread destruction. By nightfall on December 15, the Confederates had been repelled, and their army was in full retreat. The next day, December 16, saw a series of skirmishes and pursuit actions as the Union cavalry harassed the retreating Confederate columns. The Confederates, exhausted and demoralized, were unable to withstand the relentless pressure from the Union forces, and their army began to disintegrate. By the time the battle was over, Hood's Army of Tennessee had suffered staggering losses, with estimates suggesting that over 6,000 soldiers had been killed, wounded, or captured. The Battle of Nashville marked a decisive turning point in the war, as it crushed the last major Confederate army in the Western theater and paved the way for the ultimate defeat of the Confederacy. The Union victory also demonstrated the growing strength and confidence of the Federal Army, which would go on to win the war in the spring of 1865. As we reflect on this pivotal moment in American history, it's clear that the Battle of Nashville was a testament to the bravery, sacrifice, and determination of the soldiers who fought on both sides. The battle also highlights the importance of strategic leadership, as Thomas's defensive strategy and Wilson's bold counterattack proved decisive in securing the Union victory. In the immediate wake of the battle, the city of Nashville became a critical logistical hub for the Union Army. The city's infrastructure, including its railroads and supply depots, played a vital role in supporting the Federal advance into the Deep South. As the Union Army pushed deeper into Confederate territory, they were able to draw upon the resources and manpower concentrated in Nashville, ultimately contributing to the fall of Atlanta and the march to the sea. The Battle of Nashville also had significant implications for the Confederacy's military strategy. With their last major army in the Western theater defeated, the Confederates were forced to reorient their defenses towards the east, where General Robert E. Lee's Army of Northern Virginia was engaged in a desperate struggle against the Union Army of the Potomac. The loss of Nashville and the subsequent collapse of the Confederate western flank meant that Lee's army would soon face increased pressure from the west, as Union forces under General William Tecumseh Sherman advanced into the Carolinas. As the war drew to a close in the spring of 1865, the Battle of Nashville was remembered as a pivotal moment in the ultimate defeat of the Confederacy. The bravery and sacrifice of the soldiers who fought on both sides were widely acknowledged, with many regarding the battle as a testament to the growing strength and confidence of the Federal Army. In the years that followed, the legacy of the Battle of Nashville would continue to shape American history, influencing our understanding of the Civil War and its ongoing impact on the nation. Today, the Battle of Nashville is commemorated at the Stones River National Battlefield in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, where visitors can explore the preserved earthworks and trenches that witnessed some of the bloodiest fighting of the war. The battle is also remembered through numerous monuments and memorials throughout the city of Nashville, serving as a poignant reminder of the sacrifices made by soldiers on both sides and the enduring impact of the Civil War on American society. As we reflect on the Battle of Nashville and its legacy, it's clear that this pivotal engagement continues to hold an important place in American history. The battle's emphasis on strategic leadership, bravery, and sacrifice serves as a powerful reminder of the complexities and nuances of the Civil War, and its ongoing influence can be seen in the many ways that the war continues to shape our understanding of ourselves and our nation. That's all for today's War Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, I'm General Biography reminding you to keep marching toward victory.